Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, to Oilers After Dark. My name is Matt. Tonight I'll be recapping the preseason Game 4, the Edmonton Oilers versus the Calgary Flames. The Oilers win. Not the way you'd expect with the lineup they had tonight, but the Flames did answer with a pretty good NHL latent defense and pretty good NHL goalie. We'll get into more of that as the video goes on. Tonight, the Oilers let the big boys play. They had all their star players, McDavid, Draisaitl, Hopkins, Hyman, Kane. It was a pretty good lineup. It was gearing up to be points night. Unfortunately, it was not the case. They all looked good. Some points of the game were lull. They had their points in the game. Excuse me. Where you could tell they took it's been 3 months since they've been in actual gameplay. The Flames caught scared after what the beating they put on the Oilers 2 nights ago in Calgary. So I don't think they wanted the same fate where they're like, yeah, the Oilers played their AHL, CHL lineup in our barn. Let's not do that and get blown out. So they came with a pretty good lineup, which good for them. I would have too. It's just gonna get harder and harder. You're gonna see more and more veteran lineups as preseason goes on. 4 games left. Um, So, like I was saying, they had pretty good lineups, both teams. It was a chippy back and forth affair all night. Both teams didn't want to give an inch. Both teams didn't really want to give too much in the way of physicality. If you hit me, I hit you. And it was a pretty good game. It was a pretty good preseason game, actually. It was nice back and forth. The Oilers opened up the scoring shorthanded by a goal from Leon Draisaitl, assisted by Yamamoto and Broberg. Now, Broberg got an assist, but I don't think he really touched the puck. That entire goal was Yamamoto being a dog on bone. At one point, he had 3 or 4 Flames players around him, and he just stick handled, got body position. Nice, beautiful feed cross the crease, backdoor tip in. That was pretty easy goal for Draisaitl, but the work that Yamamoto did was unbelievable, and we'll get to Yamamoto later on in the video as well. A few minutes after that, an unfortunate bounce gave the Flames Dubé the equalizer in the third period. We have a tie game going into the second. First period shots saw the Oilers outshooting the Flames 12-7. The Flames were 0 for 2 on the power play, and the Oilers were 0 for 1. Second period saw more of the same with the chippiness and the physical play, where Calgary did control that. There's a few spurts there where the Oilers players bounced back and hit back, but for the most part, it was Flames players hitting Oilers players. There's a scary incident halfway through the second period where McDavid and Kane ran into each other. Didn't look good at first glance. Thankfully, both players got up. Both players skated away. Both players continued the game. That's the key point. Because you don't want to be McDavid out in a meaningless preseason game, missing time in regular season, especially when it was incidental contact from your own player. Maybe communication out there next time, boys. Let each other know what lane we're in. Moving on to the second period, like I said, there was no scoring. The Oilers continued to push and take shots and try and get goals. It wasn't just they sat back or Calgary control play. No, the Oilers controlled the play throughout this entire game. Goalie Valdar for the Calgary Flames kept the game tied and was the main reason the score wasn't lopsided for the Oilers. He stood on his head for the whole game. He didn't switch. The Flames played one goalie halfway through the second period. The Oilers did switch goalies. Campbell started the game, ended up with 7 saves on 8 shots. So all in all, a good outing for his first preseason action in the copper and blue. Well, blue and orange. Now we're gonna go with now because they no longer have the copper blue jerseys. So blue and orange, good outing for him. Picard came in, tested early, tested often, made 2 saves back to back to keep the game tied. Scorer made 1-1 after 2 shots in the period where the Oilers 16, the Flames 4. Now, that's the key here is Oilers outshot the Flames badly in that period. But goaltending can be a difference, not just in preseason, not just in regular season, but playoffs. You need a goalie to win rounds, win games. The Flames definitely relied on their goaltender tonight. Edmonton got the only power play during the middle frame, going 0 for 1. The third period continued with the rough stuff, but this time the Oilers pushed back to the point where Darnell Nurse fought once. No, not one fight. Darnell Nurse fought twice against the Flames' tough guy, Mitchell McLean, who they got from Nashville. They both won a bout, they both lost a bout. The first bout was more of a hug fest where McLean kind of held him, tossed him to the ground. Wouldn't call that a scuffle. Second bout, though, they were trading blows. Nurse got the better of them. Refs jumped in. Blows continued to be punched. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought, hey, preseason, let's go. Now, you don't want Nurse fighting too much in the regular season. You want him to be physical. You want him to use his height, his weight, his physicality. But you don't want him sitting 5 minutes in the box where he's getting paid the money he's paid for. And he will be our top defenseman. Whether you like Nurse, you don't like Nurse, you appreciate what he brings, you don't like what he brings, he will be the Oilers' number one pairing. So you don't want him in the box for too long with a fourth liner or somebody that's not going to be out there very often. So trade off there won't always be in the Oilers' favor. Halfway through the third period, great board play and some good puck protection from Luke Esposito. I will talk more about Luke Esposito later on in this video as well. Passing the puck to Brett Kulak, who claps it. I mean, just beautifully clapped from the point. Just straight goal. Oilers have the lead, which they would hold on to for the 2-1 win. The Oilers hold off, which is a good sign. They did what they had to do. They got the win. They got the points. They got the ice time. They worked on passing. They worked on power play. And just because, let's emphasize this: the Oilers finished tonight 0 for 3, but that 0 for 3, they looked good. That power play looked every bit as dangerous as it did previous seasons. Moving into the regular season, I think it's going to get better. Like I said, this is the first game for Hyman, David, Draisaitl, Kane. It's just first game, get it out of the way, let it be what it be, and we just move on. It wasn't like it's preseason. We're not going to harp. Oh, yeah, Oilers win, Oilers win. The Oilers won a preseason game against the Calgary Flames. It's always good to beat the guys from Calgary, but let's wait till October, which is now October. That's right. We're in October, ladies and gentlemen. We're just a few short days away before regular season starts. So the third period shots were the Oilers 10, the Flames 11. The Flames turned it on that third period. As you know, that any Flames team coached by Daryl Sutter doesn't just lay down. Doesn't matter who's in that lineup. They are going to play. They are dogs on bone. There's going to be a scrappy team all year. They're going to be a team to kind of look for come playoff time. Battle of Alberta round 2. Let's go. The nightly total, though, was Edmonton 38, Calgary 22 in the shot department. Let's play La Bamba, baby. Like let's do it for Ben. That was a win. We always say that for a win. Now on to the things I liked about tonight's game. Overall, I liked what the Oilers did as a whole. I liked individual players. Few players that stood out was Yamamoto. Esposito stood out. Fogle played his best game in the preseason so far. Murray looked good. Picard looked great in the 28 minutes that he played. He came in and faced. I'm drawing a blank. He came in and faced 14 shots. So 14 shots, 14 saves. Not bad, not bad. Like to see that. Let's keep that moving for Picard. Could be a solid backup if Skinner falters. But for now, Skinner's the number 2. So like I said, things I did like was Murray looked good, Picard looked good, Yamamoto was great, Esposito was great. There's a few lulls that I would have liked to see change. Wasn't too thrilled about Puliarvi and the slowness that he plays at, and just not being able to handle the puck. Like it's infuriating for a guy that wants to be a top line, top six forward. He just doesn't show his capabilities of doing it. That in mind, I would like to see him on the third line to start the season. I would love to see him third line. Okay, this is where you're slotted. This is where you are. Prove to the organization or the coach, especially the coach, that you deserve to be up in the top six. Another player I wasn't too thrilled about was Broberg. He got an assist, but again, like I said, he didn't really touch the puck. They were just handing out assists to people tonight. He didn't look like a player that's a highly touted prospect, highly touted defenseman that should be in our top four. And he hasn't looked good this entire camp, starting way back a month ago in the rookie tournament where he should have dominated. He didn't really look like the dominant player as he should have been, being the older player at those games. Now, moving forward, our next game up is tonight, October 1st, against the Winnipeg Jets. Going to be a tough one. I don't think you're going to see the heavy, latent Oilers lineup that you saw tonight due to the fact that it's in Winnipeg, it's back to back. So you're probably going to see more of the AHL, CHL mix, probably more AHL because I think the CHL guys are all being sent down tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be more of an AHL lineup, which is okay. You don't want to see your NHL guys game after game after game in a preseason. More likely chances they get hurt. So we just move on and we play Winnipeg. And then the following game will be, again, another tough one, but we'll discuss that after the next video. So, yes, we got Winnipeg next. We move on to the next one. Please comment, like, subscribe, tell all your friends. We are the real Oilers Talk for the real Oilers fan. Come follow us on our Facebook page, Oilers After Dark. Like I said, just come, chill, say hi. I can't wait for opening night, though. That's opening night. I'm going to be live streaming the game, so it's going to be fun. Going to be excited. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. And just enjoy your weekend. Let's go, Oilers.